Welcome to Force Conversations, episode 19. As always, I'm your host, Mike, and this is my co-host, Andre.
Hey, how's it going? Mike, I know that you were out of work yesterday, which left me pretty bored.
And by yourself.
You had a concert. You had a concert this weekend. Who'd you go see?
Yeah. My wife and I went to see a Christian artist named Brandon Lake. I had a concert at Little Caesars Arena, and it was pretty awesome. That's where I got this hat from. Throwing out a quick little shameless plug. We had a blast. It was awesome. And the only difficult part about it was the same night as the Michigan State game, the last game of the season. So we watched up until halftime at the hotel we were at, and then walked from the hotel. We stayed at MGM Grand in Detroit, so we walked from there to Little Caesars during halftime, and then watched the second half from basically my phone. They had it on all the TVs throughout Little Caesars Arena, but my phone was 5 to 7 seconds ahead. So I got to watch everything else before everybody else was reacting to it, and that was pretty cool. So
Nice.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
That sounds pretty fun. My weekend was pretty good. You know, I had Derek come, and we recorded next week's episode a little early because I will not be here for the next episode. Well, we'll be here. I'll be here for this coming episode. Two episodes.
Yes.
I will be on a cruise and not able to record. So we pre-recorded an episode. Nothing news related or anything like that.
Don't spoil it, but it's a special episode.
It's a special one. Yeah. Nothing news related or anything. So it'll be a fun, special, long video.
Right.
But nothing really to report on the weekend, you know, just had a
you met Batman.
Oh yeah, I went to a diaper party and this guy just had a Batman costume. It was a pretty good one.
You said nothing really this weekend, and I'm like,
it was wild. It was a wild experience. And then I worked on my 3D printed droideka a little bit. Man, I got to start filming that. Make a little series, make a series about how I what I'm working on
together.
Yeah. So
for sure.
Yeah, let's jump into it, man. What's the first thing we got for news?
So we have a little bit of news. Starting off, we have some Ahsoka Season 2 news. Well, I guess maybe more rumors than news. So there's rumors about a possible Obi-Wan comeback, whether that be through flashbacks or maybe Force Ghost appearing to Ahsoka. We're not really sure, but there's rumors that he's there. I think he was on set. I don't know exactly how much, but he was definitely been on set. I
did hear that as well.
Bespin Bulletin, BespinBulletin.com kind of leaked some of it. Now, here's where people are saying that we don't know if it's for sure or not. So, for those that don't know, his wife plays Hera Syndulla. So he could have been just visiting her on set while she was making season 2, because we know she's in it. That's confirmed. So yeah, I guess we don't know if he's going to be in it. I would be okay with him being in it, especially flashback stuff. Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah. I'm good with seeing more Ewan McGregor.
That man is just so lucky, man. He's in Star Wars. His wife's in Star Wars. His kid's in Star Wars. And then his uncle is Dennis Lawson, who played Wedge Antilles in A New Hope. Yeah, nice. It's crazy. I full-heartedly believe in bloodlines. I mean, you look in Star Wars. You look in hockey, dude. They're one of the Hughes brothers have their mother was in the 90s, was in the women's U.S. Olympic team. Dude, bloodlines. She was
a coach on this year's gold winning team.
Yeah, bloodlines.
So yeah, for sure.
Bloodlines. Actually, I have some news about Ahsoka Season 2 as well. There's a social media account named Happy Healthy Human. and they posted a few different pictures of some crew merch. One that looks like it's from for at least, the Stormtrooper unit, which Star Wars and Lucasfilm really have been using the 501st Legion, typically in, California, for all their Stormtrooper needs. So, like, man, what I wouldn't kill to do that, I would do so... listen, I didn't say people, man.
Oh, okay. Don't kill animals.
Droids on Battlefront 2.
Okay.
For either one of these. But also, if you look on the picture on the right, there is concept art in the background, and it looks like...
board there.
Yeah, top left picture kind of looks like a Night Witch from Dathomir, and on the right, I see like Stormtrooper armor.
Does look like that.
And then the middle pictures kind of look like they are like wanted posters almost. To me, they do, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see where this season takes us.
Right.
So he obviously went. Excuse me. He obviously went to the set, and oh my god, I'm just blanking right now. Happy Healthy Human went to the set, confirmed that everything was done filming and everything like that. And then he was asked what was his favorite Star Wars moment, like of all time, and he said that his favorite moment was when he got to go into an AT-AT or AT-AT or whatever, however you say it, and then he said, "Oh, and when Ewan let me hold Ahsoka's lightsaber, that was definitely my favorite moment in Star Wars."
Okay.
So that confirms, to me at least, that
Ewan was on set.
Yeah. Just adds to the... Go ahead.
I was just like, going from that, there's no doubt at all whatsoever that Ewan's been on set. What the question is then is he just visiting with like his kids and stuff like that, supporting his wife, or is he there filming stuff? And
in what capacity is he there? Yeah.
I'm torn because part of me like really wants to know, like, just tell me now, like, yes or no. Like, I don't need to know what or how, but just tell me yes or no. Yeah. Then the other part of me is like, nah, I'd rather like click on the episode, be watching it for 30 seconds, and then like, bam, flashback Obi-Wan, and I'd be like, yes. Right? Like, I don't know which one I want more. Do I want to know ahead of time, or do I just want to have that shock moment? Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to just know,
No, I do.
Like, it could be just, it doesn't even need to be in person. He could just do like a voice recording, like Luke just hearing him when he's like, "Oh, turn off the targeting computer. Trust the Force." You know.
Right. Yeah.
You don't need to even see him.
True.
But I guess we'll see. As you know, the 50th anniversary of A New Hope is next year.
Yep.
And it comes out in IMAX in February of next year. So about a little under a year from now. Well, Lucasfilm and the director of Starfighter have said that the original trilogy and Starfighter should be seen back to back. Okay. So fans have been, some fans have been pointing out that A New Hope coming out in February and Starfighter coming out in May leaves a window, for all of the original trilogy theatrical releases to be released month by month by month before Starfighter. So it'd be A New Hope in February, Empire in March, Return of the Jedi in April, and then Starfighter in May. I have the VHS of the theatricals, but I don't have a VCR. So I can't. I've never seen them.
Who does anymore?
I've never seen them.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm hoping.
I mean, man, like, so this is just my question. What would make Starfighter more or less viewable, whether you're watching the original trilogy? I guess they're just saying the original trilogy. They're not saying like the original release, right?
Right. Yeah, that is true, and it doesn't. It's just
A New Hope,
rumor
the one that
right
you're
now.
saying, the one that you're saying, A New Hope, that's coming out. It's the original theatrical release, correct?
Correct.
That's coming out in theaters and IMAX or whatever.
Yes.
But they're not saying you have to watch the original release because nothing changes in the core of the movie from the original theatrical release to the most recent version we have. Yeah, there's characters or CGI or whatever added, but it doesn't change the story of the movie in its entirety, right? Like there might be, like I know, like there's the Jabba scene with Han walking through the hangar, but that doesn't change what happens
Boba
between
Fett.
Jabba and Han and stuff. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
And,
change like the core of what the movie's about.
But it also doesn't make sense, the rumor for me, because I've heard Sean Levy say that Starfighter happens after Episode 9. So, like, I've heard him say it happens after Episode 9, and then I've also heard him say that it gives the same feeling as Return of the Jedi. So, I don't really see this one happening. Like I said, it's a rumor that I know these two movies come out that year for sure. Like A New Hope comes out, Starfighter comes out. But as for Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, fight here. It's just a rumor. So I guess to me it doesn't really make much sense anymore now that I actually think about it.
I mean, I wonder if they're just saying that because in those movies, like the type of Starfighter stuff you're going to see in Starfighter closely resembles the fighting and but I don't like why, like, what was there a TIE fighter or like stuff like that in A New Hope? Not really, right?
A TIE fighter?
Not
there a TIE fighter
like
in A New Hope?
An X-wing.
Was there an X-wing in A New Hope?
No, I'm saying, hold on, backtrack. I'm saying like the battles that you see in like the newer movies, when you see Poe and stuff flying in an X-wing, and they're actually doing a lot of like one-on-one fight battle
Like
scenes in space with TIE fighters, right? So like, my concern would be is if they're saying that you need to watch the original trilogy. Like when I think of the original trilogy and I think of X-Wings, I think of them just flying straight like towards the Death Star and just like flying close to it and trying to not get shot or getting shot in space. Not really like what I would consider Starfighter material. So if they're saying, hey, watch these because you're going to get like, you know, a better understanding for Starfighter, then I think what I'm saying is that I don't think I'm going to be as pumped for that movie if it's going to resemble those, because I don't think the action in those, the fight scenes with X-Wings and stuff in those, was nearly as, I don't know, lack of a better word, chaotic as it was in 7, 8, 9, right? Like the fight scenes in those when they're battling in space were way bigger, and you actually felt like they were having dogfights in, you know, TIE fighters and X-Wings.
Yeah. Like in Force Awakens.
I didn't mean that there were no X-Wings in A New Hope.
Yeah,
I meant that there
I get
were
it.
no,
I
like,
get you now. I get you now. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they do the re-releases of all of them, because I would love to see them all. And I really don't want to wait for the 50th anniversary of Empire and the 50th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, because that's 6 more years, or well, it's 7 more years to actually finish the trilogy if we're waiting for the 50th of all those. So
yeah, but what do you do on the 50th anniversary of those if you release them this year or next year, 2027? Like, what do you do different for Empire Strikes Back on its 50th anniversary? You know what I mean? So
see,
yeah,
this is what I'm confused about. Is like we had the 10th anniversary of Force Awakens last year, you know.
Yeah.
But we also had the 25th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and that got put into movies, and A Force Awakens didn't. But then we had the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace come out in 2019. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do an anniversary? Yeah, are we gonna do an anniversary every 5 years? Like, what's going on?
This is our 2.5 year anniversary of the third anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So what, you're saying 43.5 years? Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just wild, man. I don't know what their criteria is to re-release the movie for an anniversary. Like, okay, 20 years, great. 25 years, great.
Right.
Like, what? Because we're gonna keep getting.
You can't do 20 and 25. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're
so
saying.
what we're gonna get? So we're gonna get next year. We're gonna get A New Hope and Starfighter. So in 5 more years, are we gonna get the 55th anniversary of A New Hope and the 5th anniversary of Starfighter? Like, what?
The 50th anniversary of A New Hope is going to be we're re-releasing the theatrical release of the edited versions of the original.
The 1997 original.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Wild. That's what I want to know. I know we got off on a tangent there, and we can move on. But it's just, I just thought about that. Like, what?
Like, how does this timing work? And who's determining what time we're doing what? Yeah.
What anniversary are we doing? Like, for what movie? Because we just had the 10th of Force Awakens. So, like.
True.
True.
Okay. Next piece of news that we have moving on is Dave Filoni news. So, Dave Filoni has put Dawn of the Jedi on the shelf, which is the James Mangold's pre-Phantom Menace film. Leaks have said that it's dead. So, man, how do you, if it is in fact dead, like they're not going to make it, how are you feeling about that?
Well, I mean, this is like, the Dawn of the Jedi makes it sound like it's like the first ever Jedi. Like, it's not
right.
Going to be like Acolyte where it's 100 years before, you know.
It's not just pre-Phantom Menace. It's like pre
thousands,
Jedi
10,000, 100,000 years prior, you know.
Right. Don't they have books? Dawn of the Jedi books?
Yeah, I think that's what this picture actually is. But I could be wrong. It could also be Legends.
It's like a book cover. Gotcha.
Yeah, it does look. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Yeah, it just. I'd be interested in it. I mean, Lucasfilm, would they use what's already there, or would they make their own stories? Because I wouldn't mind them using their own stories, because I know that a lot of people complain about them not taking stuff from Legends, but like a lot of Legends, people don't realize that they have so many contradicting stories in Legends that what do you choose? Like, I'm okay with picking and choosing. Like, bring back Darth Revan. He's now in canon. We haven't seen him, but like he's mentioned in a canon book now, so he is canon.
Right.
But like,
so the person exists, but we just haven't seen. Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure in Knights of the Old Republic, when you get to play as Revan, you can choose whether you're a male or female. So like,
right.
What's correct, you know?
But if there's games that are like that are not canon games anymore, I don't think that matters as much, or like you're saying, like Legends stuff, it's whatever. And I'm even okay with them picking and choosing stuff from Legends, because there is some good stuff out there in Legends for sure.
Yeah.
So if they were to like grab stuff out of there and say like, hey, we're going to use this but not this, like they can take Legend stuff and make some of it canon, but not have the contradicting stuff, or maybe fix some of the contradicting stuff. Because you're right, like Legends right now, nothing is saying that Legends is completely not true. It's just like, it would be more like me and you in Star Wars, and I'm telling you a story that I heard about Darth Revan, and it might be true or not. There's no way to tell for sure, but
kind of
we're
like
having a conversation
Anakin
about
kind of like Anakin in the Phantom Menace, where he's like, I heard the pirates or the smugglers or whatever he said about the Rishi moon talking about angels in the Rishi on the Rishi moon, like.
Or even Han
Anakin,
Solo,
that's a legend. Like,
right. Or even Han Solo, like at the time when he first meets Obi-Wan and Luke, and they ask him about Jedi or whatever, and he says the like the hokey whatever religion, blah blah blah, whatever, right? Because like at that point in time, he hasn't experienced much of it. To him, it's just this far-fetched rumor thing that he hasn't really seen much of. Right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, they exist, but it's kind of like blown out of proportion, and it's not as crazy as people make it out to be.
Yeah. You know what's my least? This is why I'm glad that Disney said that this is the expanded universe is all Legends, and this is going forward. This is what canon is. Because do you know how Chewbacca died in one of the Legends books?
No.
He was crushed by a moon. He was...
Well, I mean, when Thanos throws a moon at Iron Man, it's pretty tragic. Like, I mean, he almost dies.
Yeah.
And he has like a suit of armor that can fly. Chewbacca just could run. You're not outrunning a moon.
Yeah, but do you want Chewbacca to go out like a punk?
Dude, look it. Hold on. Time out. You're telling me if somebody has to throw a moon at Andre, and Andre dies because somebody throws a moon at him, that's going out like
I'm a punk.
No, that's saying.
I'd hope someone says he went out like a punk.
Nope, that's saying I'd be like, yo, in order for them to take out Andre, they had to throw a celestial body at this dude.
But you know what? No one's trying to take me out anyway. No one's trying. So if I get hit by a moon, you can say that all you want, but no one was trying to take me out in the first place. Like, no one tried anything else.
Like, if you died because the moon came out of space and hit you, I would be like, one, unlucky. Two, I'd be like, dang. Like most people are dying from like individual things. Andre died by moon collision.
But you know what?
That's crazy. That's like worse than getting struck by lightning.
Okay, yeah, but also
it's more rare than...
if that's how I die, how are you dying, Mike? You're gonna get hit by the moon too. Everybody on the planet got hit by the moon.
No, the moon is smaller than the Earth. What do you mean?
Do you think the moon hitting Earth isn't
yes. Some people will die because of like ash and dust, which is way worse than having a moon go splat and kill you. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Or the moon hit the Earth. I drowned because of there's like the water got like displaced and like covered up over the land. Like you drowned because the moon hit the Earth, but Andre died because he got hit by a moon.
I got smushed. I just got smushed. So anyway,
the other part of this Dave Filoni thing is I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna see more cancellations of stuff that maybe Kathleen Kennedy had started or greenlit or whatever you want to say, because Dave Filoni doesn't really agree with the direction she was doing. Or on the flip side of that, if maybe he will approve or bring back some stuff that people had pitched that she turned down. Right? So there could be a pro and con to that. Don't say it. Don't say it. He's dead. Don't say it.
Can I get Ben Solo? Give me
You like
Ben
that?
Solo.
Like when you went like this, I instantly knew. I was like, "Don't say it."
I think you just teed me up for it. I think you knew I was gonna.
It was like it was a total softball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. You know, I think that. I mean, look at Rey's trilogy. You know, she's been on the shelf for how long? You know, and I who knows if he'll say, yeah, let's start this again. You know, because
right.
I think if we don't get any news by the time Starfighter comes out, and if we don't see Rey in, I mean, I know she's not in the movies. They've said that, but if she's not in like the post-credit scene or mentioned, I say that's dead in the water. You know, that's
Maybe.
what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure.
Because we've been hearing about this since, Celebration Orlando in like 2022, 23 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I think it was 23, but I could be wrong. It could have been earlier. I don't know. I don't remember. Because I remember the last time I went to Celebration was in the U.S. It was the last time it was in the U.S. It was, not Orlando, L.A., Anaheim, and I was there and they didn't bring up anything. So it must have been after, which is London and Japan. So
okay.
Either way, I think it'll be an interesting time for Star Wars, you know.
Right.
Speaking of Dave Filoni, sure. I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and I saw some guy. Okay, I don't want to say the name. Not that I remember the name, but I also don't want to say the name just in case. He was going off about, he was mad, saying, like, he had two parts of the video, the good part and the bad part. And the Kathleen Kennedy was in the good part, saying, oh yeah, look at all the projects that I made. I made Andor Season 1 and 2, and I made this and that. And I greenlit that. And then it went to Dave Filoni, and it said, ha ha ha, Boba Fett, Mandalorian. And it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
But weren't those also under Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah, they were. But Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were the main people on Mando and Book of Boba and like the Clone Wars and such. So like that makes sense. But still, people flip-flopped. As soon as Kathleen Kennedy's out, they just went, and it's like,
yeah, that's dumb.
Dude, what are you talking about? People are hating that have said Clone Wars is the best Star Wars TV imaginable, have now begun saying Kathleen Kennedy was the best thing to happen to Star Wars. And I'm so confused. I want to know where their head is at. Not that I'm saying that Kathleen Kennedy is terrible.
No,
I think
we're not
Dave
saying
Filoni
either way.
is the better bet.
You're asking, like, where was all this over the past couple of years?
Exactly.
Like, where was the support over the last couple of years? Because it did seem like the majority of the fan base was like, get Kathleen Kennedy out.
Yeah, everybody was saying hallelujah after, you know, the rumors of her leaving were announced. But
right.
And then it actually happened, and now it flip-flopped. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Like, no, bring her back.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Temuera Morrison, man. Temuera Morrison, my boy. Temuera. Jango Fett, Boba Fett, the clones. Just a cool dude. I love this man. He is so nice. I met him in Orlando in 2017, and it was before I was 501st, and I was wearing my Scout Trooper outfit, and I asked him to sign this picture of Jango Fett, and he said, he wrote on it, make Andre a 501st. Nice. When I submitted my approval, I sent them that picture. and hoped that it got me in. But a while ago, Temuera was rallying Boba Fett fans, or Star Wars fans in general, to get Boba Fett back into Star Wars.
Okay.
I mean, since there's not going to be a season 2, 3, 4 of Book of Boba Fett, you know, he was rallying Lucasfilm and the fans, being like, call, fax, email, write letters. I know, right? He's a little out of the loop. But he was like...
Bro said fax.
He said, write Disney, tell them that we want Boba Fett. And he said that at a convention or like some sort of Comic-Con. And Disney called him and was like, hey, we're shelving Boba Fett for now. We're shelving you for now. And that they might open up the jar at a later point. Well, he said to an interviewer, he said, I'm shelved, that's all. Like a can of peaches, or a jar of peaches, when it does get opened, I'm coming out sweeter. The dude just knows what to say, dude. I love Temuera Morrison. I love him as Boba Fett. When they replaced his voice in Empire Strikes Back for the special editions, I didn't really care for it that much, but because I liked the original Jason Wingreen voice, or Jason, I think it's Jason, because it gave him more of a an old style gunslinger vibe, you know. But
okay.
Temuera is Boba Fett to me. Him and Daniel Logan are Boba Fett, and I love it. I love it. He's just
so
is.
Two things. One, I like how you grabbed an image that's supposed to have a transparent background, but it's not transparent at all. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
That's number one.
I didn't have a lot of time to edit it, and I saved it, and it wasn't working, and I was like, whatever.
Whatever. Number two, I get that Boba Fett is undoubtedly and inarguably like the biggest like character that he's portrayed in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But he could have tried to play 1.5 million other roles that are still possible and still be in Star Wars while he's waiting for them to bring back Boba Fett.
Okay. Yes.
Like he could be in a flashback in Ahsoka season 2 as Rex.
Which he already was.
But I'm just saying, like, he could be in more. But instead of like being like, hey, Disney, like what can I do to help out in the Star Wars franchise? If I could be Boba Fett, awesome, but what is there any other clone stuff that I can do for you guys, right? And work from that aspect. He goes with the route of being like, hey, fans, pester Disney in a way they don't want to be pestered. And I'm telling you to do it live in front of everybody so it gets back to Disney, which forces Disney to call me and say, yo, cut it out, dude.
Just stop. Yeah.
Just stop.
I don't know. I don't think he could take off a clone helmet at this point in time and look right. Unless it's like post-Empire, a few years between, or not post-Empire, post-Republic, like between era, you know, the 19 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. I think he could play a really good...
It could be the same timeline as Boba Fett. It just maybe in that situation wouldn't be able to be one of the big name ones. There still could be clones out there that we didn't fully meet or know in the Clone Wars series, right?
Yeah. I mean, it would be tough because they're all aging at 2 times speed, essentially. And you think about it, between
yeah, but we
A
saw
New
one
Hope,
in Obi-Wan. Oh, that would have been before. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I said that and instantly realized that would have been before.
There was one clone in The Force Awakens. I think the last clone alive was frozen. I think it was Kix. I want to say his name was Kix, was frozen by the Separatists, and he was brought back by like bounty hunters during the Force Awakens era. So that red dude with like the red clothes, the red helmet with like the weird whoop.
Gotcha.
At Maz Kanata's castle. He worked with him at the time. But I think that is the last of the clones. I don't think we'd see another one too much after Return of the Jedi. I know that Rex is alive after Return of the Jedi, but he's gotta be,
looking like 99.
80. What? Oh yeah, he'd be in rougher shape than 99.
Yeah.
Anything after Return of the Jedi, he would be rough. Like,
right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be in his 70s at Return of the Jedi era-ish. So, anything much longer after that. And you gotta think what all that did to his body, too. Like, dude's been shot, and dude's been, blown up. He's just...
Right.
The man's hurt.
That'd have to be more flashback than it would be current time.
Yeah. Yep.
At that point.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go on. So the funny thing, okay. So before I switch the slide, I know that you have met Rotta the Hutt before, and I mean we all know that Rotta is gonna be in the Mandalorian and Grogu. He started off as that little tiny baby Hutt in the Clone Wars movie. He was just a little tiny ball, okay? And now he's got a 6-pack. And The Cut released an article saying, "Is Jabba the Hutt's son hot now?"
Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
People are going this route with it. And I don't understand. I mean, we've seen in like previous comics and books and everything, we've seen in shape Hutts before, but like to call Rotta hot is just weird.
I don't even know if I want to acknowledge this part. Like that's just weird. That's just weird.
Yeah. So, I mean, Jabba is fat because he was an image of, like, gluttony and, like, overindulging. So, like,
because he was ruling and he was like, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you look at the medieval times, the fatter you were means the richer you were, But people are complaining that George Lucas would have hated Disney for milking Jabba by giving him a son. But again, people are forgetting that Rotta was introduced in the Clone Wars, which was made by George Lucas. So what are we?
The Clone Wars movie was made by George Lucas.
Clone Wars and the movie and the series.
Like all 7 seasons.
6 seasons. Season 7 came out during the Disney era, but a lot of the stories were made by Lucas.
Like pre-made
they were
or
just
written or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they were made by Lucas. What do you think the possibility of Rotta reuniting with Ahsoka? As I say it, she's on Peridia in a different galaxy at the moment. So, do you think that we could possibly see Rotta and Ahsoka in the future, obviously not in this movie, reunite and be like, "Hey, I remember you, Stinky"?
Oh man, there's a lot of what ifs with that. I mean, anything. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna cue myself back up for it. Anything's possible in Star Wars, with one exception.
There's no fire in space.
No, that's possible. Clearly, what's not possible is Ben Solo coming back. But anyway, on from that. Yeah, like I mean, it's possible. I think there'd have to be a lot that happens that we don't know yet in Mandalorian and Grogu, because we don't know what Rotta's role in that is. Is he a Hutt, like taking on like the Hutt tradition and ruling, or is he basically like kind of like the Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, where he's not really anybody outside of this arena thing, and in the arena thing he's like the undefeated champion, so he's getting his spoils and treated well because of that, right? Like, is he ruling and fighting, or is he basically like, hey, because my dad's gone and other people have taken over, like, this is what I do for a living, I'm rewarded and I live a life like I want to live, but this is my power, right?
I think it's a little of both, to be honest with you. Because I think that I mean, from what I've seen in like the trailers and everything, this looks to me like it's going to be on Nal Hutta, you know. So I want to feel. I mean, the twins are Jabba the Hutt.
Ruled by they're ruled by Hutts,
right?
So Rotta might not be in charge.
But his cousins are, or Jabba's cousins are, his uncle and aunt. So they could be
forcing him to fight.
Yeah.
Because Jabba failed.
Yeah, I guess. It could be that. It could be like a Thor Ragnarok thing, but...
So yeah, so we could see there's one of two things that could happen. Either Rotta's fighting because like he just likes to fight type deal, or he could be kind of forced into this position, and whatever Mandalorian does frees him, and like, does that mean he becomes a good guy? Right? Is he like the first ever good guy Hutt?
Because that would make sense, because I've seen potential spoiler. I've seen some rumors that he might join the rebellion, or not the rebellion, the New Republic.
If that happens, then I change my answer to absolutely him and Ahsoka reunite.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. They would.
If there's a redemption arc, maybe not redemption, because we haven't seen anything that says that Rotta's bad. But if we see an arc in Mandalorian where Rotta is basically forced into this gladiator type role, which is why he's fit and not gluttonous, because he's being forced to fight on the regular, right? Yes. Like by his family. If that's the case and Mandalorian comes in and somehow frees him from that, and he ends up helping the New Republic because of that, then my answer changes to 100%. Absolutely him and Ahsoka reunite at some point.
100. Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got
so
for
speaking of Mando and Grogu, nice little slide transition into here.
Very
we
nice.
are now being told that Kathleen Kennedy has said Grogu will not speak in this movie.
Do you think
Which I feel like it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, especially since like in season 3 he was kind of like trying to talk, you know? Like, are we gonna get a word or two, or is she saying that he won't speak as in like he's not gonna be forming sentences, you know? Like, are we gonna get some words?
Especially if we're being told that there's going to be some sort of time jump. Like, it's not like this movie takes place immediately after the last season of Mandalorian, right? Well, there's going to be some sort of time jump. So you're telling me that like he looks like he's basically starting to try to speak, and then time goes by and he regresses? Like, he just is like, nah, forget all that. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to keep doing my cooing noises, like, and stuff like that.
Like, I have heard that Yoda was a master on the council when he was 100 years old. Grogu's in his 50s. What does that mean for aging of Yoda's species? Like, that's what I need to know.
Yoda was absolutely far
like
more
right
advanced
outside.
at everything. I can hear that.
They're right outside my door. Yeah, 100%. Like, what, like, does the, I was just about to say, does the Force make you, age quicker and, like, mature quicker? But Grogu's got the Force, too. What am I talking about? What is, I don't want to know, I do not want to know Yoda's species name. I never want to know Yoda's species
I'll
name.
take it. I'll do it. I'm good. I'll take, if they want to tell me and not you, I'm okay with that. I'd like to know.
But I want to know what their aging is like, you know, because this is ridiculous.
Right.
Crazy. So that's all we have for the news, Mike. So let's move on to the... They're just going nuts. Let's move on to the character spotlight. Wah, 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 wah. Any guesses on who?
That might be a character spotlight introduction that we never do again.
I will never do that
He
again.
broke up. It was like, I don't know. Like if I had to guess, I would guess.
You've already seen the.
Is it somebody we've already mentioned in this episode so far?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yes.
Oh no.
It's Hera Syndulla.
Hey.
Hera Syndulla, okay, legendary pilot, widely considered one of the best pilots in the galaxy, and is the primary pilot of the primary pilot and the owner of the Ghost, the rebel ship seen in Star Wars Rebels and Rogue One, and it is also seen in the Battle of Exegol in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
She is a Twi'lek, however you want to say it, from Ryloth. Was born on Ryloth and is the daughter of Cham Syndulla, a well-known Twi'lek freedom fighter who resisted both separatist and imperial control. I mean, I know you've met Cham before in the Clone Wars already. She is a founding leader of the rebellion. Her and Kanan worked together. This is in one of the books, so it's not really a spoiler. Well, it won't be a spoiler for you because I know we're not going to read the books. I've read that one book, but like, you know, I read
that was enough books for you.
I read a book.
One.
She wasn't just a fighter. Hera became a key leader in the Rebel Alliance and later held the rank of general by the time of the Galactic Civil War. She also bridges many Star Wars eras. She appears in the Bad Batch, which is like a year. It starts during Order 66 and is like a year or two, maybe 3 years at the end of the Bad Batch. It's like up to 3 years into the between movie time period. She was introduced in Rebels. She was mentioned in Rogue One, and we've seen her in Ahsoka, obviously.
Yep.
Which is making her one of the most cross-era characters.
Okay.
Her call sign, Spectre 2. That is all that I have for her. I mean, I liked the character of Hera. Star Wars Rebels, at the end of it, when she's
not there yet. I'm not there yet.
I know. She gives a speech at the end. It's like a voiceover. I tear up every single time I watch it. I never thought I'd say that about Rebels because after watching the Clone Wars and then seeing the Rebel animation, I thought it would definitely be more childish. And I was like, ugh, it made me tear up at the end. So, nice. Yeah, that's all I have. Mike, do you have anything else that you would like to add, good sir?
I do not.
Okie dokie.
I think that covers us for this week.
Well, I am in the midst of editing a lot of different stuff, and we will be releasing that in the near future. if you guys feel like we deserve it, give us a like, follow, a subscribe. We're trying to get higher numbers on Facebook. We got to get a few more followers on Facebook so that we can start live streaming.
We need 40 followers, or no, was it 37 followers on Facebook?
37 more followers.
Because I know we didn't mention this before, this is our bad. Thank you guys for getting us over the hump of 500 subscribers. We really appreciate that, and we are looking forward to hitting our next milestone of 1,000. So thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that is we are very appreciative. We've just been having so much fun doing this. I get to stop. I get to talk about Star Wars every single day because of it. It makes.
And better yet, you get to talk about Star Wars with me. So
exactly, it makes my day. Every single day, I'm just thinking. All I think about is Star Wars. Like, it's great. It's fantastic. So, like, subscribe, follow on all of our other socials. Keep up to date with all of our lives. You know, leave us a comment. Blah 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 blah. All that. You know, it's all great. Go vote on our Clone March Madness, and then we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.